I'm Stephen, USSR Robinson, and you're watching Sport Icons. Papa!
Okay, so Solomon Dacres, he makes his second professional fight against somewhat journeyman in Alvaro Terrero, 5-11. Now, this is a win. Of course it's going to be a win. It was never not going to be a win. It's a six-rounder, so our six-rounder is a little bit too early for someone who's just made their professional debut not so long ago. I mean, arguably, but in truth, Solomon was never really going to lose this fight, was he? Now, as far as his performance against Alvaro Terrero, I mean, it was okay. It was a little bit lethargic at times, I will say that. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not giving him a hard time. I can't critique him too much. It's only his second professional fight. And we know that he could have been one of the ones going to the Tokyo Olympics this year at super heavyweight. But, of course, Fraser Clark, who's been waiting for the longest time, he gets a nod over him. So, of course, he decided to turn pro. Now, he looked like he's a good fighter. He looks like there's a lot more to him. It did seem very lethargic. He's probably the best way I can possibly put it. Not too heavy-handed, very patient. I don't know whether it's patient or he's just got that Joe Joyce thing about him. I don't know what it is. But one thing I will say, though, I mean, now after watching him in the second fight, now I understand why Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and Sam Jones and that put Solomon Dacres in with a guy like this, to be honest with you, because how do you put him in there with someone from Newcastle, a heavyweight from Newcastle, 3-0 heavyweight, Stephen USSR Robinson. Stephen Robinson, even though he's only had 3 professional fights and hasn't had a fight in 15, 16 months, he'd have knocked out Solomon tonight. That's for sure. But, again, that's not necessarily a critique. It's a case of saying that Matchroom and Sam Jones are doing the right thing. But from a personal perspective, it would have made more sense as this was a heavyweight fight in Newcastle. Again, I think that Stephen possibly should have fought Adam Babbage tonight. But anyway, what can you do? Now, his performance was okay. He got the stoppage win in round number 4. And he did buzz him. He did buzz Terrero. But was it enough for the referee to step in? I think the referee was a little bit premature with that. I think he was almost waiting for something to happen just so he can jump in and stop the fight to award Solomon the knockout win. But to be fair, I think that the knockout probably was about to happen anyway, because when Terrero's legs wobbled, Solomon, he noticed that and started throwing some straight right hands. And at some point, one of them was going to get through, or at least in my opinion. But I think that for me, I would like to have seen it a little bit more conclusive. I think the referee did jump in a little bit early. But you know what, as I said, I think that he was probably going to get a stoppage anyway. So I can't complain too much about it. But either way, it's a decent performance. It was decent. Can't critique it too much. But ultimately, I think that if people want to talk about him as one of the prospects to watch for the future, maybe he could be. He really could be. But there is a lot of work to do. You can certainly see that. But ultimately, I think for a second professional fight, okay. Not bad at all. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.